Yeah? Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. Hey guys, welcome back to the Pantry Kitchen. I'm Catherine, and today we are doing another cheesecake recipe. We are making a Reese's inspired peanut butter cheesecake with a chocolate crust, and I'm telling you, this will be the ultimate cheesecake. It is going to be very decadent with the peanut butter and the chocolate, and then we're going to top it with the Reese's Pieces on top, a little bit of whipped cream. So it's definitely one that you might not be able to have a couple slices, but it is so perfect, and I so hope that you make it this weekend and enjoy. So we're gonna get our ingredients ready to go, and then it's pretty simple and pretty easy to put together. Here's what you'll need to get started. Chocolate cookie crumbs, sugar, salt, melted butter, a 9-inch pie dish, 1 brick of cream cheese, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, lemon juice, peanut butter, vanilla extract, and Reese's Pieces for topping. All right, so we're gonna jump right into our crust. Very simple, you don't have to bake it. So we're gonna put it in there, and then while we do the filling, I'm just gonna pop it in the fridge just so that it has a little bit of time to chill before we put our filling in. So all I've got here is 2 cups of chocolate cookie crumbs, 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar, and just a pinch of salt. So I'm just going to give that a mix first. And I'm just using 1 bowl because if there's a little extra crumbs in your filling, nobody is going to know. And this will pretty much be clean, and we can just use it for the filling as well. So once we got that mixed up, I got about 1/2 cup of butter melted. I'm gonna just start with a little bit. And you want it to be the texture of wet sand. You want to be able to press it into your pie dish without it being without it moving around, and you want it to stay in place. So just take your time and push everything together. You want everything to be coated in the melted butter before we push it into our pie dish. Because if it's not the right texture, you won't get nice slices when you cut into it. So you want to make sure that it will hold together. I think I'm just going to add a tiny bit more. I'm not going to use all this. I also did not actually measure it, but 1/4 to 1/2 cup melted butter should do for the 2 cups of cookie crumbs. Especially for this, usually I use about a 1.5 cups, but for this I kind of want a really, not a super thick crust, but because I've got a bit of a higher side pie dish, a little deep dish, I want to make sure that I have enough crust. Because I really want that chocolate to shine through against the peanut butter. So once we've got it all made, we're gonna just press it into our crust. Gonna press it into the dish. With our crust, we're gonna press it into the dish. Oh, it's been a minute. All right. So I start with my hands first, just to get it going. And then I'll just use this little measuring cup to make sure that I pack it in well. All right, so now our crust is completely filled in. So I'm gonna pop this in the fridge for about 5-10 minutes, just as long as it takes us to make the filling. And then we can put our filling in, and then we'll put it back in the fridge to set for about 3 to 4 hours, ideally 4, but we're gonna probably cheat a little bit because I don't think I can wait the 4 hours, but we'll show you that when we get back. When we get back, we're going.
I'm not going anywhere.
All right, so let's jump into our filling. So I've got 1 brick of cream cheese that's softened. If it's not, and you're just like, oh, I gotta whip up a dessert, and you took it out of the fridge, All you have to do is put it in your bowl, pop it in the microwave, 10-second intervals. You don't want to do longer than that because you don't want to melt it. You just want it to be softened. So 10 seconds, kind of test it with your finger to see if it's kind of smooshable. And then you can flip it over another 10 seconds until it gets to the point where it's super soft and not cold anymore, not hard because it won't cream together properly. I've got about a cup of smooth peanut butter, my 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, 1/4 cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice, and then just a splash of vanilla. And then that's all you'll need. I might add a little bit of salt just because I want that sweet and salty bit, especially from the peanuts. But we'll see. Always taste your filling and then we can adjust from there. All right, so with my handheld electric mixer, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on high and beat this until it's super smooth, and then we'll start adding the other ingredients. And mix again on high. In goes your can of sweetened condensed milk.
The good stuff.
The liquid gold.
The good.
The gold that is in 1 can. Make sure you get all of it out. And this we're going to make sure is super, super smooth before we add the lemon juice. We want to make sure we scrape down a couple of times and everything is super smooth. Scrape down and really get to the bottom because you want to make sure all the peanut butter is incorporated and all of the cream cheese. At this point, I'm going to give it a little bit of a taste. And I am going to add just a little bit of salt. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of Maldon salt. Just a tiny bit. Because it is a sweet, decadent filling, we want to counterbalance that by adding just a touch of salt. Now on low speed, I'm going to add my lemon juice and just slowly mix that in until it's all one consistency. Okay. All right. So now all we're going to do, it's very simple, is put all our filling over top our crust. And it will set pretty fast because of the lemon juice. So you just want to get it in there pretty quickly and smooth it out. I'm going to use an offset spatula, but the spatula here that I'm scooping this out with is just fine if that's all you have, but I want it to be super smooth and just push it all the way to the edge. You want it to be super flat. And we are going to top it with some whipped cream, so it doesn't have to be super perfect. But this amount of filling, you'll see here obviously, is that it's filling the deep dish 9-inch pan. So if you're using something smaller, you will have some extra filling. And if you are using something larger, if that's all that you have, just know that it will be a little not as full. That's okay, you just throw some more whipped cream on it and you're good to go. So once it's all smoothed out, we're good to go. One quick taste. Super decadent, super delicious. This is gonna go in the fridge, like I said, for about 4 hours until it's fully set, and then we'll be able to top it and slice it and enjoy. Wow. Amazing. Need a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of espresso. We got some whipped cream here. We're just gonna make a simple whipped cream, a little bit of icing sugar, heavy whipping cream. And I like to use just a little bit of instant milk powder. You don't have to, it just really helps stabilize the whipped cream. If you are gonna just be using the whipped cream, putting it on, eating it, no big deal, it will hold. But this just gives it a little bit more stability in terms of like longevity. So it'll keep in the fridge for more days than just regular whipped cream. So it just kind of helps it out. So I just add it to help out. But other than that, we're just going to do that. Put it in our piping bag. Today, I just chose like an open star. It's just going to give a fun design, and then just put it in a large piping bag, and then we're ready to dress up our cheesecake. Oh, multitask it. All right, so our whipped cream is all whipped up. I'm just going to put it in my piping bag. This is just an extra step because, you know, I like to make things look pretty. You can totally plop all this whipped cream right on top and it'll taste the exact same. And one less thing to clean up, but when I'm presenting things or bringing a dish somewhere, I just like to make it look super pretty. And then it just makes it look super polished, and it's not a lot of work. So got that in there, and then we're gonna grab our pie and dress it up. All right, we're ready, Freddie? Cute! Okay, I think that's good.
Nailing it.
Nailing it. All right, we ready to taste?
We're ready to taste.
All right, after some very long awaited hours, we are finally able to taste. So I just dressed it up with some Reese's Pieces on top, just to kind of give a nod to what the pie actually is. So my favorite part of every single video is always to taste. So our chocolate crust with our beautiful peanut butter filling, a little whipped cream. You need to make this. Stop whatever you're doing. You need to make this. This weekend, tonight, whatever you're doing. The recipe will be in the description bar below. As always, please make this and leave me a comment and tell me what you think, because if you are a peanut butter lover like me, you're absolutely going to love this cheesecake. So, don't inhale peanut butter. Okay. So got that. Now we're back here.
No, I'm not got nothing. Go ahead. That was prime gold.
Oh boy, it's been a long day. Okay, we've got some cool footage to share with you that we did with this pie. Thanks to my amazing cameraman, editor, and just amazing brother. So I can't wait to show you all of that. But for now, please leave a comment down below if you make this and tell me what you think, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new video. And as always, don't forget to smile lots, because there is lots to smile about, especially while you're eating this. So have a great weekend, guys. Bye.